to educate people as to why a reverse mortgage has a bad rap and why it's great for people who are, 62 you said, Scott?
Yeah, you need to be 62, and you need to probably have 50 to 55% equity.
Okay.
Other than that, most people qualify. It's really pretty straightforward. FHA, or Federal Housing Administration, actually calls it the home equity conversion mortgage. The reverse is kind of a nickname, and it has really some great benefits. You can stay in the house forever. You know, God bless you, if you live to be 120 years old, you never have to leave your home. And the way it's set up is you can get a chunk of change and you can get a check. What normally happens is you get a big chunk of money at closing, and then after a year, you get access to a line of credit at no cost to you. If you want to draw from it, you can. If you don't, it's guaranteed to grow at 4% per year. The program's set up so that when you leave the home, there should be 50% equity in the house. I mean, if the market just performs as expected, goes up 4% per year, there should actually be more equity in the home when you leave the home. And when you leave the home, either you or your family sells the home, you or your family keeps the equity. You can stay in the home forever as long as you don't leave for 12 consecutive months. At that point, you need to either sell the home or the family can pay off the loan. Part of getting a reverse mortgage is just a mind shift. Like, you spend decades of making a principal and interest payment. So to be able to not make a principal and interest payment is just, it's weird, right?
And then to get a check for it too.
Yeah,
and you get to stay in the house.
Yeah, like, it's too good to be true. Where's the catch here? When we do a refinance for a reverse mortgage, typically we do 2 chunks of cash. At closing, you'll get back a big chunk of your equity. And then HUD, who oversees FHA, Housing and Urban Development, they don't want you to get all the money up front, the senior. And that's one of the changes to the program to make it safer for seniors to leave equity in the house. So after a year, you get access to a line of credit. It's additional equity for the homeowner. You don't have to make a payment on it if you don't use it, but that line of credit grows at 4% a year guaranteed, so that, you know, if you're in your late 80s, your early 90s, and you need some extra cash, maybe you need some, you know, medical care, you know, to bring somebody into the house. Maybe
that's a good tool for it.
Yeah, maybe you need to renovate the house to make it safer. You know what I mean? You need to renovate the shower, put in grip bars, or, you know, you need to get ramps for wheelchairs.
Those unexpected expenses for somebody who's on a fixed budget.
So it's an extra bucket of money that they can access. And it also allows them to not have to take as much out of their assets, or maybe it's all the money they have.
As soon as I hear the word no recourse, or the 2 words no recourse, it takes me back to my short sale days and foreclosure days, because I hear recourse and I just think of bad stuff, right? Which is good that there is no recourse on a reverse mortgage. Can you explain to us what that really means, Scott?
Yeah, I can. It basically means that the homeowner, senior, who has the loan is never responsible for owing or paying back more money than the home is worth. So we expect the housing market to increase. We expect there to be more equity in the home at the end of a reverse mortgage than there is at the beginning. But if something catastrophic happened and the house is upside down for some reason, they're not responsible for anything more than selling the house. Once they enter it, they're still on title. Nobody can take the home from them. All they're responsible for at that point is paying tax, insurance, HOA, and just maintaining the home. It just gives you an extra bucket of money. It allows you to keep your assets under management with a financial planner longer, or to keep more money in the bank. And sometimes we're using them to help somebody maybe not take Social Security right at 62 or 65, because just delaying your Social Security from 62 to age 70, it'll make it go up like 75% on a monthly basis.
Now that is insane.